Hey guys, what's going on? JT here with an unboxing of the new Force Epidemic 4x4 monster truck. You guys know that this is a 8 scale truck that Force RC has just released. They actually released a monster truck and a truggy. So I got this because it's pretty interesting for what you get for what you pay for. These things are $2.99 and you can get free shipping and stuff. I got mine from Tower Hobby. You can get it from Tower or Horizon Hobby. But yeah, I went ahead and got this because I'm very interested in how this truck is going to perform and what you actually get for what you pay for, because it is a really good deal for what you pay for. So this is going to be more or less in competition with stuff like the Red Cat, Landslide, and then of course the Zombie and the Maximus. You know, other 8 scale cars that are in that 300 and below range. And one good thing that I did find out about this was that I liked it that Force RC announced it like 1 or 2 days before these actually hit the shelf, and they got all parts out there for it just about. I think they're back ordered on tires or something like that, maybe for the truggy, but they have the monster truck and the truggy. But I believe they have the tires in for the monster truck, and maybe at the time of this video, I didn't check today, they probably have tires for the truggy too. I did see some, I think, on Horizon last night. I didn't see any on Tower, but they may have it in this morning. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and crack this box open real quick. Guys, know I love the smell of a new RC car. So anyway, they got this pretty packed up in here pretty good. That's the radio there. It's got a zip tie on it. I'll clip that off real quick. And here's the truck, and this is 8 scale. It's not a small 8 scale. This is actually 8 scale size. So at some point, get this sucker out of here. Let me get this out of here real quick. At some point, I'll do a side-by-side comparisons with it, but man, you gotta love the smell of a new RC car, tires, wheels, and all that. So, real quick, looking at the bag, they do give you AA's with that, so that's great. And they also give you what you guys probably can or cannot see here. Let's see if we can zoom this in just a little bit. You do get an extra pinion gear. Now, I know that the monster truck comes with a 12-tooth pinion gear installed, and then, of course, the truggy's going to come with a 13-tooth. So I'm not sure of what size this is, unless it says it on the other side. So this might be a 13 that's included with it, because there's no writing on it, which is good. I mean, that's good that you get another pinion gear with it, so I can put this in and get a little bit more speed out of it. And then you get some body post mounts as well, so I wasn't expecting that either, and I definitely wasn't expecting AA. So thank you on that, Force RC, because I do appreciate that. So looking at the truck overall, I mentioned this when this first was presented, that they have these Arma type body clips on it, where these are actually pinned to the body. So that's interesting that those are on there as well. The compound of the tires, they feel pretty good. They don't feel bad or anything. They don't feel too soft to where they're just going to be pizza cutters, but they probably will balloon up a little bit. But they're not too hard where you're just going to slide around on concrete. Now, this does have a little bit of a flexibility, and I did see on the actual promo video where the car was jumping on a mountain or over some rocks, and this did bend in some, but it didn't break, so that's going to be interesting for that. But this is 8 scale. This is 8 scale size, guys. I mean, it's not. It looks to be. I don't have my Zombie anymore, but it's bigger than my Zombie. I mean, it's of course bigger. It's of course bigger than the Zombie, but about as long as the Maximus. So this is how the body is constructed on the inside. It doesn't feel too cheap or too flimsy like that. So it's probably not going to bust up and break, but it does look a lot better in person than it did in the pictures. So this is what everybody's been waiting for, to see what this chassis looks like. What have they been hiding for the last week and a half, where you couldn't see this chassis? So this is the chassis layout right here. Doesn't resemble, we thought it would look something like some of the Red Cat ones. It doesn't. Some people were saying it's a copy of Arma. It's constructed somewhat like it, but it's not. I mean, they did kind of go with their own design for this, which is good for it. I mean, that's really good. And I didn't know that it does have sway bars, front and rear, so that's good. You guys know it does have aluminum threaded body shocks. So that's a great thing as well. And seems like suspension setup is pretty good too. And this may be even for you guys that are real techie and stuff. These probably don't pop out, but you can drill in there and put some lights in there for it as well. So one key thing too is that I noticed with the servo, see if we can get this to zoom in. Now this one here, get this light off, see if we can get a better picture. There we go. So this servo, when I looked up some of the specs online with it, this is a 10 kilogram servo. Now I couldn't find the speed on it, but I talked to a friend, and the speed on it is probably about 11 hundredths to 11 or 14 hundredths of a second. So that's going to be interesting to see. But this is over 350 ounces, and this is aluminum. So this arm here is aluminum for that. So that's good. That kind of also made me pull the trigger on that, because you're getting, from what we see here, good electronics. This is a 1600 kV motor, so we shouldn't have any issues with overheating there. And this ESC is a 100 amp ESC. Now you can't run 6S on this, but you can run the new high voltage 15.2 volt 4S or 7.6 volt 2S. So I'm probably going to possibly give that a try. Now one thing is that now that you're buying a lot of Horizon stuff, is going to be, you are going to get these EC5 connectors. So be prepared to go into some of the connector wars, as we call it, where you have to select your connectors of the week. But I do have some adapters and stuff. I'm basically going to run my 4S, and I have a looper and stuff that I can put on there, and connectors and adapters and stuff. So I'm not too worried about that. But if you do get this, this does run EC5 connectors. So if you cut the connectors off and solder your own, you could avoid the warranty on it. So just kind of pre-warning you on that. So I won't do any of that until after I run it. No, everything is fine with it, which it should be. And I will probably leave these on it because I have these on my low C3 XLE and all that. So does, like I said, aluminum chassis. I think it's 3 millimeters thick according to the specs. It does have, put this thing over where, there we go. That's the look at the bottom of the chassis there. It's a little greasy, but I don't see grease leaking out. So I'll have to look at that, because you see a little bit of grease there. So some grease may have leaked. I'll have to check this center diff and stuff. But this is a look at the bottom of the chassis. So it's not Phillips on here, which is good, because some people did think that they went ahead and they went cheap with it, and they put Phillips head screws in here, which they did not. So, and it does have 17 millimeter tires and wheels, so it is compatible with other 8 scales with that size as well. Get this light, because sometimes it puts some weird glares on there. And this wheelie bar, this does have, let's see real quick, ball bearings in it. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer in there and show that to you guys. So that is ball bearings in there, which is good. I mean, that's interesting too. So you're getting a lot for the money that you pay with this, and especially with, it's blurring up again. There we go, get it a little bit clear. Especially for what you're paying for the price of it. So I'm going to get this thing up and running ASAP. I'm not going to wait 2 and 3 days and post videos and stuff for it. So stay tuned tonight, you guys. Later on tonight, I'm going to take this out and get this bad boy running to show you what it can do on 4S. Now, my 4Ss are 100Cs, but I'll talk about that when we get ready to do the first trial run of this bad boy. So anyway, guys, that is a look at this. Oh, let me get the radio real quick. I didn't show that to you guys. I'm kind of anxious to run this. Alright, so real quick at the radio, this kind of reminds me of some of the old Tactic radios from Arma that they used to have, but it is a little bit different. This is a 2-channel 100%, so it's not a 3-channel what comes in like the Outbreak and stuff. With that, you just flip this up and you have your basic analog trims and stuff there, throttle, steering, and steering dual rate, which is good there, servo reversing and stuff for that. And it uses 4 AA's. This is foam that is on the steering wheel, so that's a good thing too. Now there is one quick thing too, this car does not come with tools, so you will have to have your own tools to wrench on it, but they probably did to cut down on cost, which I don't mind. But if you don't have anything to take these off, like the wheel hexes and stuff, you will have to get something for that. So I'm going to do a quick overhaul of the truck, make sure everything's good, tight, and ready. And like I said, I already got a battery charge, so I'm going to get this bad boy up running real soon. So you guys, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.